Mr. Jones, I called you in to discuss the contract for your new home purchase. I have some concerns.
What kind of concerns? The realtor said everything was fine.
Well, I have done some preliminary searches online, and when I compare my findings with the seller's contract, I think I see some potential issues.
There can't be any issues. The realtor told me everything was fine. She said all I need to do is sign the contract. Give me some examples.
Well, for starters, the contract says that you are taking the house as is.
Yes, I know that.
It also says that if there is anything that requires a new or amended certificate of occupancy, the seller is not obligated to do anything and you still have to take the house as is.
Okay, yes, it's true. So what's the problem with that? The realtor told me about the big fire of 1938 and that's why the house does not have a certificate of occupancy. So there is no problem.
Well, the problem is that the MLS listing that's attached to the contract says the house has a large deck.
Yeah, it's a great deck. That's my favorite feature of this house.
Well, it's not on the last survey from 10 years ago, and when I searched the Department of Buildings website I could find no indication that the deck was added legally.
I asked about that and the realtor said the house was probably built that way, so it's okay.
But just because it was built that way doesn't make it legal.
Yeah, but every house on the block has a deck almost identical to this one.
That still doesn't make it legal. And if it was built that way, why is it not on the last survey?
I read about this online and it seems your best course of action is to not use that survey. We'll order a new survey and it will show the deck.
But that won't make the deck legal, it will only hide it from your lender. You and I both still know it's not supposed to be there.
The seller and the realtor said it's okay. Is that the only issue?
No. I am also concerned about the apartment in the basement.
Oh yes, that's another great feature of this house. We'll be able to pay most of our mortgage each month with our rental income. The current tenant pays $1,200 per month, all in cash.
But the house is only legal for use as a one-family.
But the realtor told me it's a special kind of one-family called a mother-daughter.
The term mother-daughter has no legal significance, and this is simply a one-family house with a finished basement.
But the apartment has its own entrance and its own utility meters.
But that does not make it legal for use as a rental.
But the realtor showed me other houses on that block and they all have the same apartment in the basement.
That doesn't make them legal.
But they were built like that.
That still doesn't make them legal.
What else?
I'm concerned about the pool that was mentioned in the MLS listing. It's also not on that survey. Is it above ground?
No, it's a beautiful in-ground pool. It's 25 by 25 and extends from property line to property line in the back. We both love the fact that there's no fence in the front and none of those annoying self-closing gates that so many pools have. The seller said it was there when they bought the house 20 years ago, so it's legal. Otherwise, they would have received a violation by now. My realtor agreed.
Even if it was added 20 years ago and somehow does not appear on that 10-year-old survey, it's not automatically legal. In fact, based on what you just described, I am sure it is not legal. If I were you, I would not sign this contract.
But the seller and the realtor seem pretty sure it's okay, so I'm willing to take a chance. Especially since I have you as my attorney doing everything possible to protect me. I'll sign the contract now.